How do I buy stocks myself? Or how do I buy stocks online without a broker? These are some things that many people ask when they're learning, like myself, trying to figure all of this out with stocks. Well, I personally found a very simple way to begin, and again, by no means do I have all this figured out, but it certainly is a great way for a beginner to start. As you can see, I'm signed in already. You can see at the top right-hand corner of my screen the WealthSimple Trade app. So that's what you want. Now, of course, you would want to click on Get. I already have it, so I'll click on Open. You will first need to sign up. I have a sign up link at the bottom. I have mine set up for Touch ID. So when I touch my iPad, it opens up a nice security feature with this, which I'm sure you'll probably like as well. It will even give you $10 into your account and as well give me $10 into my account. So it's a fair deal. So hopefully you'll click the link below. Now, when you do get all signed up, you're well underway. You get to this page right here. You're signed in now. You can actually just simply browse stocks, as you see on the bottom of the page here. Browse stocks. If you're quite new to this, of course, you can go through the top lists. Maybe you like to get familiar with it that way and scroll through. I'm hitting the back button now a couple of times. Perhaps you have certain stocks as you're learning about this that you'd really like to check out. For example, I like to look at HOU. And this here talking about the Toronto Stock Exchange stock HOU, having to do with crude oil. When I click on it, I see the stock is $14.42. Perhaps you have another stock you would like to check out. It's just that simple. You type it in, search for it. So when I look at this, I want to click on the 5Y at the bottom right. That will show me the 5-year span, how that stock has been doing. When I put my finger on top of this app to scroll to the left, you can see the different amounts that it was selling for with the different dates. This line that I'm moving will have the different date above it. And of course, the dollar amount changes, so you can associate the dollar amount with the date you're looking at. I'm just slowly moving this now with my finger across the page. So you can see back in 2015, this had a value of well over $3,000. I'm moving it quickly to current day, which is somewhere around $14, $15. When I click on the one-day view, it says currently it's $14.42 Canadian. So there, I think in my mind, well, maybe this may have potential. And this is one way I go about examining stocks and trying to figure out how I may like to invest. And of course, you can get investment ideas from other people's suggestions, and so on. This is one way I like to figure it out. Try to find a stock that is fairly low to start with, that had a good track record over the past 5 years. That's the way I kind of look at things. Perhaps for practice, you may like to try entering another symbol up here. For example, Air Canada. So where it says search name or symbol, I click on that, type in AC to look for Air Canada, or I could type in Air Canada. But I know Air Canada is AC in the code for stocks, so I'm clicking on that. And as I do, I can scroll down and see in the top of the list here, AC Air Canada. I click on it and see that the stock now, currently, as I'm looking at this now, $15.97 per stock. Now, if I click on the 5Y at the bottom right-hand corner of my screen, that will show me the last 5 years, how the stock has done. Well, you can see way back here in 2016, it was only $8 or $9. As you move it forward, 2018, different dates. It's up in the 20s, $20, $25. Moving ahead to 2019, you can see it was growing to $30, $40. And just before everything went crazy with the virus and everything pretty much crashed, it was up around the $45, $50 mark right here. And then, of course, it crashed down to the low amount where it is today at $15.97. So this, again, is how I would observe through this app of the potential of what I might invest in. So I might say, okay, well, over the last 5 years, it has been steadily increasing, and now it is at a very low trade for this stock. So I might like to take a chance on this and think to myself, okay, when things get somewhat back to normal, I'm thinking Air Canada will probably get back to this normal trend that they had going before. In the meantime, certainly in my mind's view, they will do better than where they are now, which is pretty low. So the old adage of buy low, sell high comes into play again. And this, again, is just a simple way to get started as a beginner. Get this app. Again, my link is below if you'd like to click on it to take you right to it. That'll give you $10 into the app that you can actually use for trading. And it will give me $10 as well, so a fair trade. And you can get started just this simple. If you're like me, just wanting to know, how do I get started with this stock market thing? How can I get started when I really don't understand a lot? Well, my suggestions are, at least from my point of view, search different stocks. Try to think in your own mind's eye what may have a good potential for a stock, however you find that rationale, either through a recommendation from someone or doing something like I was just showing there. That's the way I kind of like to look at it, or maybe a combination of both of these things and even other things. So in the end, just try to settle on some sort of a stock, and then going to the top right hand corner of this screen, clicking the search button, clicking at the top again where it says search name or symbol, and typing in whatever company you'd like to try. Again, I could type in gold, G-O-L-D, and see what comes up in the list. And then I could scroll through this and kind of look through any of these and see how they are doing and make a judgment again to see how they have been doing over the years, and do I want to make an investment on these. And it's simple as clicking buy at the bottom to get into this. Now, I say that it is so simple as clicking buy, but you actually have to put your funds connected within this account as well. So that's another step you'll need to do. So when I hit the X and the cancel, one thing you will have to do first to connect your money to this is to go to the top left-hand corner where it says personal and the little person icon there. Click on it. Click on funding. When you click on funding, click on add funds. I'm doing that. And then choose whichever you like here. I went with personal. I'm clicking on personal, then continue. And it says how much would you like to deposit. Pick an amount. You can probably start with 100, 200, 300, whatever you want to start with, really. Maybe $50 even, $20. I started with 240. I'm just going to go through the motions here now and say $1 and say continue. Now I have my bank account aligned, so once I click on my bank account, BMO savings, I can pull the money from there into this app account. So you may have to click on where it says here, connect a bank account, to do that first, of course, to have yours lined up there. And you do have to go through, each screen to connect your account. Some of it may seem a little uneasy, like I had to put in my social insurance number, and your detailed personal information. So if you're okay with that, which I was from my research of the app, and I followed through, and so I'm all connected, and you will have to do the same. So then once you're connected, it does take about 3 business days to actually take the money from your bank and situate it into this app so you can work with it. So I have put mine in. I'm just going back here now with the back button and hitting the X and the X to take us back to the home screen. So I have done this actually yesterday, and I'm still waiting. It says it usually takes 3 business days to have that money put in. So I have one more day to go before I can actually utilize my 240 that I transferred into this. But then when I do, I will go through the apps that I like. I'll use up this money in my app here to pick stocks that I would like to try, at least starting with. And it's just this simple. And then a little later on, I'll try adding a little more money, picking some more stocks, and continue on as I have extra money. And that's one thing many suggest, is to make sure that it is extra money you're working with, so you don't pull away from your much needed funds, and try to work with it from there. And they suggest perhaps putting back in any extra money you might make from this into it to grow your account, to grow your funds, and so on. So very simple way to get started with stocks. Go to my link below to find this app, and simply start going through the steps of signing up and then transferring money and picking your stocks, and have a go. Hopefully this is helpful to you as well as a beginner trying to understand, how do I buy stocks online? Thanks for tuning in.